I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time where disease is on every screen, I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering, negativity is a plague for the mentally weak, no mercy, all I got is working, never stop searching, never quite so thirsty, I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic, you can't stop it, it's been chronic, since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic,
built to last with the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past with all I'm achieving, got my foot on gas, never stop competing, if you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em, make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em, if you take off the cast, you can see all the healing, if the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah.
I've been doing this, I'm on it, I just wanna be iconic, sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah, if I ever play I want it, you know that I'm always honest, stay away from those who are toxic, keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy, the enemy is everything, it's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease, but I won't let it get to me, I don't need your therapy, I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity, come on, we can fight this, freedom is priceless, spread just like a virus, living in a crisis, do you feel courageous, do you see greatness, trust me you can take it, go on and take your aim, yeah.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past with all I'm achieving, got my foot on gas, never stop competing, if you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em, make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em, if you take off the gas, you can see all the healing, if the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah.
Hey y'all, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun, fun, fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Get ready for a ride, buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're here to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries, let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance till the morning light. Feel the music, let it flow through your veins. Come on everybody, let's have fun, fun, fun.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? We are going to do a replay, right? A replay of Mr. Huey P. Newton's allegedly son. Is he his son? Is he not his son? Oh, we don't know. We shall find out, right? Hey, Natural, how you doing, sweetie? I'm sorry I cannot drop the link because I don't have my mouse, right? But I'm going to start this show off right now. And thank you for everybody that's coming in. Yes, yes, Natural. You got something you got to say, sis? Let us know. Put it in the chat. Hopefully, I don't get stuck again. Yes, we are, darling. I got it. Well, I'm gonna get my mouse, but drop it, baby. Baby, sit back and watch the show, sweetie. Sit back and watch the show. I didn't even know you heard of him, girl. Mm-hmm. 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 Now let's go. Oh Lordy. I can't get it off mute. This a daggone shame. Jesus, Mary Joseph. This is ridiculous. Mm.
Not tomorrow, not next week. Today is the day I hope you will donate to support our.
Taretha, the very person that could save his life, couldn't. She couldn't give him blood, so her claim was that the hospital never attempted to inform her that a blood transfusion was needed. Now it is the hospital protocol to contact the next of kin in situations such as immediately blood transfusion. Even with most of the entire Merritt family, no one in the Merritt family could give him blood, and the answer was all the same. As Rico recovered, he thought of why Taretha, who was supposed to be his mom, could not give him blood, or for that matter, anyone on either side of his supposed to be family, especially when 80% of them were at the hospital when his transfusion was needed. He wanted to express his thoughts about it, but the pain reminded him that he had 23 bullets. They arranged secret meetings, then placed Rico under a John Doe in regards to one of the shooters calling the hospital. Rico was not present for any meeting that took place. Rodney Demery, the lead detective, was in on at least one of those meetings. Rico, still frail from his ordeal, looked at Taretha with a mix of conferment and bewilderment. Rh null blood is an anomaly, a rare phenotype that defies the conventions of blood grouping. Unlike other blood types, Rh null lacks all of the 61 possible antigens in the Rh system. This absence creates a unique biological profile, one that is both fascinating and perilous. For those who possess Rh null blood, the world becomes a delicate balancing act, a constant awareness of their vulnerability in a world that rarely understands their condition. The rarity of Rh null blood makes it a precious resource, a medical marvel that has captivated scientists and researchers for decades. According to Dr. Carlo Serafini, the rarity of the blood and its recurrence in artifacts establishes a high degree of certainty about their authenticity as witnesses to the crucifixion. AB blood can also take into itself any other type of human blood. The blood stains on the shroud also show that the individual was MNS positive, and the halos surrounding the bloodstains are compatible with serum containing trace amounts of bilirubin, albumin, and immunoglobulins. However, some say that the blood is most correctly classified as species unknown due to cross-reactivity. Rico embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind his rare blood type. He requested his medical records from the hospital, hoping to find some clue, some indication of how he came to possess such an unusual blood type. But his request was met with a perplexing response. The hospital claimed they had no record of his birth, no documentation of his early childhood medical history. The hospital records that is listed on his birth certificate simply vanished, as if someone had deliberately erased his past. The absence of his medical records only intensified Rico's determination to uncover the truth. He began to suspect a cover-up, a deliberate attempt to conceal information about his origins. The keeper of all records, Louisiana Vital Court statement is that they have no information in regards to Physicians and Surgeons Hospital. They have no paperwork or records of the existence, but they stated they are very aware that that hospital existence once he couldn't shake the feeling that they were deliberately withholding information, protecting a secret that could unravel the mysteries surrounding his past. He pleaded with doctors, administrators, anyone who would listen, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. He was repeatedly told that privacy concerns prevented them from fulfilling his request, that bureaucratic hurdles made it impossible to proceed. But their explanations felt hollow, a flimsy facade designed to conceal a deeper truth. In a bizarre twist of fate, Rico discovered that he had been declared legally deceased. The revelation came during a routine credit check, a seemingly mundane task that unearthed a shocking truth. According to official records, Rico Dukes had ceased to exist years ago. He was listed as deceased, his life reduced to a bureaucratic footnote, a clerical error with life-altering consequences. The absurdity of the situation was staggering, a Kafkaesque nightmare that defied logic and reason. How could a man standing before you, breathing, thinking, feeling, be considered dead in the eyes of the law? The implications of being declared legally deceased were profound. The bureaucratic hurdles facing Rico were daunting. He was trapped in a system that seemed designed to obstruct rather than assist, to punish rather than protect. The process of correcting his legal status was a Kafkaesque nightmare, an endless cycle of paperwork, phone calls, and dead ends. He encountered indifferent clerks, unhelpful bureaucrats, and a general sense of apathy towards his plight. The system, with its rigid rules and impersonal procedures, seemed incapable of recognizing the absurdity of his situation, the profound injustice of being declared dead while still alive. The emotional toll of Rico's ordeal was immense. The constant uncertainty, the feeling of being lost in a bureaucratic maze, weighed his mind. The revelation was profound. Few could truly understand the absurd situation, the Kafkaesque nightmare of being declared dead while still alive. He felt like an outsider, a man living in a world that no longer recognized him, a ghost haunting his own life. The experience left him feeling deeply vulnerable, stripped of his identity and his sense of belonging. The emotional burden extended beyond the bureaucratic struggles. Amidst the isolation and uncertainty, Rico searched for peace that only God could give him. Rico cried and talked to God to guide him and give him understanding, and so it is written, whatever you ask for, yours shall receive. Rico contacted the Dallas, Texas Northern Federal Court Prosecutor's Office in regards to being declared deceased by Texas Federal Court. He was told that the court received a document that listed him as deceased and was told that they cannot tell him who sent the document to them, but what they can tell him is that only a very, very close family member could have access to that document. Rico contacted his alleged mother and let her hear the audio of the prosecutor's office, Taretha, then hung up the phone, stating as she hung up, she don't have to listen at bullshit. Rico became a vocal advocate for change. He shared his story at conferences, in media interviews, and through online platforms, raising awareness about the challenges faced by individuals with rare blood types and individuals and all that were adopted but have no clue the or. He spoke about the need for greater understanding and support within the medical community, the importance of accessible and accurate information, and the urgent need for reforms to address the bureaucratic hurdles that often hinder access to essential services. His voice, once silenced by the weight of his ordeal, now resonated with a newfound clarity and purpose. Rico's advocacy extended beyond raising awareness. He collaborated with other revolutionary individuals. Despite the progress made through his advocacy work, Rico remained haunted by the mystery of his origins. LSU medical paperwork was finally released to Rico, but only the shooting of November 26, 2010 in Shreveport, Louisiana, that validates his golden blood type and his connection to Huey P. Newton. He couldn't shake the feeling that the truth was out there, waiting to be discovered, a key to unlocking the secrets of his identity and his place in the world. Driven by an unwavering need for answers, Rico decided to pursue a new avenue of investigation: genetic genealogy and DNA. He submitted his DNA to various ancestry databases, hoping to find distant relatives, any genetic connection that could shed light on his family history. The process was lengthy and uncertain, a waiting game fraught with anticipation and the possibility of disappointment, but he clung to the hope that somewhere in the vast expanse of genetic data, a clue to his past awaited discovery. Weeks turned into months, and the anticipation grew. Finally, all tests result in validation that he is in fact the son of Dr. Huey P. Newton, but still no records of a biological mother. Rico Dukes' journey, a tale of medical mystery, bureaucratic nightmares, and the unwavering pursuit of truth, stands as a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. His experience, though deeply personal, carries universal themes of identity, belonging, and the struggle for recognition in a world that often fails to accommodate those who exist outside the boundaries of normalcy.
All right. Welcome, guys. That was the intro. Welcome to the show. We have a special guest here, Rico Dukes. Let me get you up here correctly. If you don't mind camming up for us, showing us your face. Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's up? What's up, America?
How
What's happening with you? What's happening with you?
All right. So that was the intro. That was your documentary that you put out. When did you come out with that documentary?
I think I had that created probably about maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, okay, okay. So give us some background. I didn't allow the documentary to tell the story of how you found out who your father was. I wanted to like hear it from you exactly how was what exactly happened.
Well, I was shot November the 26th, 2010 in Shreveport, Louisiana from a U.S. government murder contract. I didn't know I was the son of Dr. Huey Newton at that time. So upon me needing a blood transfusion within the ordeal, that's when I realized that they weren't my people because couldn't nobody give me blood. Uh, my ex-wife had told me at the hospital that night that my people wasn't my people, my family wasn't my family. Uh, Tavara wasn't my cousin, and my whole life was a lie. So at that point in time, I had 23 gunshot holes, and I didn't know what she was talking about. I heard her, but I wasn't trying to hear. I was in total pain. So, but it always stuck in my mind. So upon me getting out the hospital, 12 days later, they really picked up the heat on me. Then when I say they picked up the heat, meaning that they stopped for a while, but they had detectives, watching my place, this, that, and the. And I started hearing things through the streets, people telling me that I was rich, this, that, and the. And I'm not knowing what they talking about. I'm thinking they talking about because I deal with a few pounds in the city or whatever, that they might be assuming it that way. So at that point in time, I still on alert. I'm still doing my street things out the hospital. So skip to 2016. My right hand man, which was named George Calvin Lee, he was supposed to be my first cousin, but now we know that's not my blood family. But I still consider him as my little cousin. He got the game from me. He called me one night and he told me that they wanted him to murder me. Instead of him murdering me, he told me about it. You know what I'm saying? He told me about the main key players that was within the hit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't tell me that I was Huey Newton's son, but he told me the government wanted him to murder me. He never told me why. I don't know if he knew why or he just didn't tell me why, but he told me enough. So I begged him to leave the city. I was still in Shreveport then. So when I left the city, before I left the city, I begged him. We cried on the phone that night for like maybe an hour, 45 minutes because we knew he was gonna die. All he kept telling me was, because you got a job to do for God. I love you. I love you. We wasn't raised to kill each other. We wasn't raised to kill each other. I ain't going nowhere. I left. I come to Texas. So when I come to Texas, I started my civil rights movement in Carrollton, Texas. And they used to always take me to jail, impound my cars everywhere I go. I'm talking about registration, insurance, take them out my parking lot. And I thought all the time that it was because of my civil rights movement. And they wind up jamming me up on an illegal indictment. I beat the indictment because there was no grand jury that was impounded on the day that they indicted me. So while I'm in jail fighting this here, a sheriff came to me and told me, he was like, all the guards around there trying to figure out what organization that I was with. I said, I'm not with no organization, I'm with Yahweh organization. So he was like, no, no, you Black Panther. And I looked at him. I ain't say nothing. He said, your daddy was the leader of the Black Panther.
Wait, the police said
The
that?
sheriff, his name was Horn. He was a sheriff and he was a correctional officer at Denton County Jail. His last name was
Wow.
Horn. He was a big black dude. He was cool with me because he knew who I was. I didn't know who I was. So when he told me this here, and I'm looking at him, I'm still ain't saying that. He looked at me. He said, Duke, did you hear what I said? I said, yeah, I hear you. I said, I wish my daddy was the leader of the Black Panthers. He said, your daddy was the leader of the Black Panthers. Don't you never forget that. You hear what
What?
I'm telling you? I said, yeah.
That's crazy. So
He
wait,
walked up. Now I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna get around to that. He
right? Because
walked up
no,
to
because
the
I'm still back on you getting shot and like that your friend was supposed to do something to you for what? Like, gee,
That
that's
was the cousin, but
cousin,
the
my first
cousin,
cousin,
first cut.
George Calvin Lee. It's
Mhm.
articles out about him.
wow. And then you come to a whole new state. What did you get indicted for again?
Possession of Schedule 2 and marijuana. 1 gram on the 1 gram of cocaine. They say it was 1 gram of cocaine, but I was in jail for 14 hours before this cocaine charge ever appeared on me. They say it was all found in the same bag, but when I got booked, it wasn't ever marijuana. So the judge that when you go to court, you got to get a bond. So I'm in Carrollton jail, but they got to transfer me to Denton County jail because that's where they charging me at. Okay, so the Carrollton judge read the charges to me, and she say, "Do you know you've been charged with a cocaine charge?" I say, "Huh?" She say, "Yeah, that's what I'm wondering." She say, "This charge just came about. You've been in jail 14 hours." She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna put a note in to the judge when you go over there and see the judge at Denton County Jail." And I don't know if she ever put it in, but that's what she stated. So they wind up charging me illegally. Uh, all this else was dressed in court. There's documents on this right here. All this was addressed, put in the court. They didn't want to try to file it, so I said, "Okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna plead guilty to this right here, and I'm gonna get out. And I'm gonna file federal charges." So that's when I got out. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I wind up beating it and winning and all that. But yeah, so the sheriff, back to the sheriff. The sheriff, he was like, he went up to the desk, this, that, and that. But how he knew about this here because the detective, Rodney Demery, and a lot of them documentaries that's out, the detective Rodney Demery, he was a sheriff at the Denton County Jail, and I didn't know this here. So this was the reason why Carrollton police was always harassing me because the same man that was head of the contract was in the same city that I was in again. And a female that I used to talk to used to work at the Denton County Jail, and she wound up seeing him, calling me, taking a picture of him, sending me the picture. She was like, "Ain't this who you say took part of the hit on you?" I'm like, "Yeah," but I was out of jail by this time. And then it all started to make sense to why Horn came and told me that. But this here, when she told me this here, this was in 2018. 2021, I got the document. So when I get the documents, this when I think about what Officer Horn told me, what the female told me. Because remember, this in 2018 when I'm in jail. So I don't get the documents that I'm Huey Newton's son until 2021. They
Well,
don't
how?
declare me, they don't
that-
declare me from being deceased until 2021.
yeah, but how old was that? The officer who told you that? An older guy, like that.
Yeah, he was older. He was in his
Mhm.
like his late
So
40s, maybe early 50s. Yeah, he was old. He was older than me at that time. I was like
okay,
37, 38, something like that.
okay.
Was he a black guy or a white
Yeah,
guy?
he was black. He was black.
Oh, that is strange. That would have been like, what? Am I tripping?
But I
So
mean, you got to understand, like when he told me that, why would I have any reason to believe that Huey knew was my dad? But my father that raised me, Robert Charles Duke, he had told me a long time ago when I was a child about something like that, but he never said Huey was my father. He told me about my father was dead and him and Bobby Seale, with that. I'll tell that later on down in the story. But yeah, so yeah, it's just ask your questions and I'm gonna come with it.
well, I mean, so after that you get out and then you start to then you said you ran a credit check and then you decided that you found out that you would actually become deceased. So
Yeah.
how did that come about?
Because I kept wondering why I couldn't open bank accounts. Every goddamn bank I was going through was telling me I couldn't open. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be able to open a personal account, but they would never tell me why. All they kept telling me was you need to check with the credit bureau. The credit bureau can give you more information about what's going on. The banks never would tell me. So I finally contacted, because I always been a street dude. You know, me being in the streets, I didn't have bank accounts. I always had women. I put money in their bank accounts or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So I never did have a bank account when I was younger. So when I started getting business wise, like I tried to get this bank account, and once I couldn't get it, this, that, and this was out here. So I wound up calling the credit bureau, and the credit bureau sent me my paperwork showing me that I was declared deceased. So when I contacted the credit bureau and seen those paperwork, they led me to the IRS. So when I contacted the IRS wouldn't give me uh, access to my what is called the transaction, where you like when you file income taxes and you it's the transaction part or whatever. It's like a paper trail of everything that you file taxes on. Put it that way. And so they wouldn't give me access to it. I had to go through facial FBI recognition test. I had to take fingerprints. They had to scan my face. I'm talking about I had to send my social security card, my birth certificate, everything. So then once they led me to the IRS, everything was pretty much like a domino falling effect. And then the feds, Dallas, Texas, Northern District Court, published in public documents that I was deceased. The document says September 18th. I don't know if that's the day that they published me deceased or if that's the day that they just put it out in the public where the public can see that I was declared deceased.
Do you
But
think that has something to do with you being shot? Like maybe
yeah,
when you were
yeah,
shot, they told you to pass
all that,
on?
all that stems from 2010, from September, so I mean November 26th of 2010. But in 2009, before that, one of my son's mama, she was a part of the hit. She tried to kill me. She stabbed me. She stabbed me in 2009, the year before I got shot up. She stabbed me in 2009. She tried to kill me, told me that she was going to do it and get away with it. She told me that months before she stabbed me. All right.
Wow.
So the next year, 2010, I get shot up. You know, that same doctor that doctored on me in '09, doctored on me in 2010 and sat down and had a talk. You know, so yeah.
Wow. So man, this is an interesting story. So you find out that you're deceased. How hard is it to now become alive?
I'm classified as alive now.
So
They,
okay,
they,
so how long did it take for them to like switch it over?
from the time that I first seen the documents, so in 2019 is when I found all the documents from the IRS, the credit bureaus, and all these things right here. Um, and then I came in with the federal documents. I found that I was deceased in 2019 too, but I didn't see it in 2018, but I seen it in 2019. Uh, in 2022, they declared me not to be deceased. Well, they sent me some documents in my email from the court, from the court saying that they had upgraded the documents and said that I was no longer classified as deceased. But I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this on the actual document that's on the court website where the public can see this. It's still,
So
I
how
think it
does this
still says I'm
affect your
classified as
ability to
deceased.
like uh generate money to like, I mean, how does this affect your life? Because everything your social security is everything, right? How do you even get around with that for
No,
2 years?
yeah, I wasn't nothing I could do then when they classified in 2018. that's when I really felt the pressure of me being classified as deceased. But I'm unaware that they have classified me as deceased. So
Mhm.
I don't can't get no bank accounts. I was still dealing weed when I came out here to Texas in 2016. So
Okay.
it was like I was that's how I was making my money. So I really didn't care about no bank account. But when I tried to, when they start applying so much pressure, taking my cars, always arresting me, I constantly got to spend money to bond out. The Carrollton police started telling them he who say he is who he say he is. Every time y'all arrest him, this man bond out. Y'all might well get his paperwork. He gonna bond out. I say, no, I'm gonna sit in here this time because I'm tired of paying my money. I'm gonna send people home every day while I'm in here until they drop these charges or until they release me. And that's what I did. While I was there, I sent 9 people home. True
Mm.
story.
You
Let
paid
me,
their bonds. Wow.
let me
Nah,
ask
I ain't
you.
paid it. Nah, I didn't pay their bond. I helped them with their law case.
Yeah, with the paperwork.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Now, if they could was when they declared you deceased, how is that even? How didn't that come up when you were arrested? Could they have to take fingerprints?
Yeah. When you that question, I can't answer. But all I can tell you is that on Denton County records, in the court systems, on their kiosks, to their captains, their lieutenants, and everything, I was telling these people what was going on, that the government tried to assassinate me. But I don't know that I don't know that I'm deceased yet. I'm just telling them that the US government tried to murder me. You know what I'm saying? And they see all the documents, they see the proof of all this right here, but they ain't told me nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't. That's a question that I can't answer for you right there.
It was like even after the fingerprints, it just went. It wasn't like a pause and we'll take them in like, or did
What
they knew you
what
was
was
coming and just played along with it? How do you feel about that?
what they told me February the I want to say that was February the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. February the 10th, when they arrested me. And I was standing at the booking counter and they were fingerprinting me. A white chair that was sitting down. It's a federal case that I had put on him in regards to this that they can be found in the public. He told me, he looked at me and told me that I was going to end up like the other civil rights leader that didn't mean shit. I looked at him. I said, what? And one of his captains or whoever the man that was over him looked at him and told him, what you just say to him? And he put his head down. His whole face turned red. I'm like, fuck you. And I'm thinking he's just saying that, hey, this would happen to people that stand up for civil rights. I'm still don't know that I'm Huey's son. But when I find out I'm Huey's son, it all made sense to what he said that day. You're gonna end up just like the other civil rights leader that didn't mean shit. He was talking about my dad, Huey P. Newton. But I didn't know that at the time. They knew I didn't know they knew that I had no knowledge that I was Huey Newton's son, but they knew. So you have to understand that in
Mm,
every state, they are the keeper of all records, meaning that any record that you put into their system, if you take them a legal document and it's your official document and it's the original one. If you take it to them and ask them for a copy, they're gonna tell you, we gotta keep your original. You might want to go and get a copy and bring that to us. Because they're gonna keep the original documents of anything that you bring before them. So they already know everything. It's not a secret that they didn't know this here. They just tried to keep it from me to keep me from knowing, to see which way in life that I was gonna go. But I guess they somewhere they must have seen something differently, and I don't know, or either they just didn't know where I was at a certain point in time. But Bobby Seale knew where I was. He knew where I was, what family was raising me, what name I was under, and what city I was in. How do I know this here? Because my adopted daddy made sure he told me this.
So were you when you were going through the prison system, the jail system with the weed cases, the being indicted, were you kind of a street guy or were you a revolutionary kind of like grassroots black? Black Power kind of guy then.
At this time in out here in Carrollton, yeah, I was mixed with both. It was both at the time because I was just starting out. This was in 2016. They did this to me all the way up into 2018. But to
Now,
2017, when I got out in 2018, they just really kind of, I guess I don't know what happened, but they bagged up off of
now, to my recollection, I do not remember. Before you, does he have any known children?
me. Not biological children, no. Not that I'm aware of or anybody else is aware
Okay, so so basically a lot of this was done for at that time for your protection, do you feel?
of. Yeah. I mean, if I'm knowing that's what it had to be because I asked not my stepfather, but I asked my adopted father that raised me. My name Rico Cortez Dukes. His name is Robert Charles Dukes. I asked him, I said, Daddy, why I'm not a junior? He looked at me, he paused for a second. He said, I didn't give you my name, I gave you my initials, which is R. CD. This is how he telling it to me. He say, I didn't want nobody to bother you. I wanted you to have a good, clean life. I wanted you to have a fresh start at life. I wanted you to be straight and safe. I didn't want nobody bothering you behind my I'm like 7, 8 years old. I never questioned him and asked him what he meant by that or nothing. I just remembered and never said nothing about it. So I know it was done for my protection. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So was the father at the time, was he Charles, was his name Charles Dukes?
Robert Charles Duke.
Robert Charles Dukes. Was he in the revolution? Like, was he in the Panthers at some point?
I don't know. He never told me about it. I can't answer that. I don't know. But I know I have heard stories about him that he was a fool. His nickname was Big Hurt. He was like 6'5", like 285 pounds, solid. He was a Navy. He was in the Navy. I come to find out he used to be in the military.
Hmm.
His name wasn't Robert Charles Dukes at one time. It was William Duke at one time. It changed in 1969 according to military record.
Hmm. So what? So what? How did you find out that you were? What's the story of you finding out that you're Huey P. Newton's son?
What do you mean? Like, what's the story? Like, how did I find out? Or like, or
You but okay?
background of it, or
Okay? So you say the police said something. This guy said something. Or the sheriff said something. When
I mean, I think you mean for sure, like biological. I mean, this is what they said, but I think she's going to
she asked me how I
biologically,
know because
right?
because when I got shot up, once I got shot up, they had already did the test, so I just had to get my paperwork. So once I got my paperwork, from the night that I was shot up, my paperwork had my dad, which is the picture you see in black and white with me and him up there, and it's like it's on old television or something. The one that was in the documentary just now, that was my actual LSU paperwork from the night that I got shot up, and I'm like, fuck he doing on here? You know what I'm saying? And everything went to making sense to me. So then I contacted Alameda Coroner's office where my pop actually went, and they still had his blood on file. So Highland Hospital had already contacted them in regards to this right here because they had already got all my paperwork and all this, all my blood work for me. And they contacted the coroner's office and told me that I was going to need my daddy's death certificate if I wanted to be able to get any kind of accounts or anything dealing with my daddy. So when they contacted the coroner's office got my paperwork from them, ran it with my daddy shit, and lo and behold, sent me the birth certificate. Death certificate. I'm the child. So
Now, do you think
then on top of that, I took a saliva DNA test and same outcome.
that I mean, people may know, but they really don't know because we don't know how they were living back then. Do you think there's a possibility that he didn't know he had a son? He had
No,
any kids?
no, he knew. My father that raised me told me that this is what he told me. We was playing catch one day. I was probably like maybe 11 years old. He was outside the front yard playing catch. He say, for some reason, he just looked at me. Cole. I threw him the ball. He wouldn't throw it back. I said, Daddy, throw me the ball. He said, Cole, I'm not your son. I mean, I'm not your father. Looked at him. Dad told me the ball. Quit playing on me. He looked at me. He said, Cole. He had a real deep voice. And when he said that, I looked. I stopped. I said, sir. He said, have I ever lied to you? I said, no, sir. He said, I'm not your real father. I looked at him like, what the fuck? And you know how you gaze off and you looking at something and you trying to like, you see something. It's like he sees something and he just looking off and he started smiling. He said, your daddy was a hell of a man. He was a hell of a leader. And he turned around and looked at me. He said, you look just like him too. He started smiling. He said, you look just like him. I said, Dad told me about, what are you talking about? Well, if you ain't my real dad, who is my real dad? He said, I can't tell you that. If it's meant for you to know, you'll know when the time is right. He said, come over here and sit down. Let's talk. I went over there and sat down. He said, I had three best friends. One is deceased. Did you ever call that person name? He said, that was your father. He said, I had another best friend named Bobby Seale. He said, Bobby Seale and Floyd. He had a dude that he used to do roofing supply work with in Shreveport, Louisiana, that he used to work with named Floyd. So when he said Floyd, I automatically assumed a thought in my mind that that's who he talking about, somebody that he used to work with. So he say, Bobby Seale, if I need anything done, no matter how big or how small the job is, Bobby gonna get the job done. If Bobby can't get the job done, Bobby gonna send somebody to get the job done, no matter how big or how small it is. He say, your daddy left me a nice lump sum of money. And I promised him that I'd never spend a dime of it. I'd invest it. I'd never spend a dime of it, no more to buy me a house, and I'm gonna invest the rest. He said, and I told him that I'm gonna leave the rest, everything else to his son. He looked at me. He said, Coach, you know who his son is? I say, who? He said, you. From that day forward, he never uttered another word about it. I was 11 years old.
Wow.
So your father who raised, I'm still gonna call him your father too because he raised you. But your non-biological father, was he with the Black Panthers also, or he was
I
just a
don't know.
friend, a close friend of his?
I don't know. That's a question I can't answer. I don't know
Mm.
whether he was Black Panther, Black Revolution. I don't know. I
But
don't know
So
in
was
the
whether they
was,
just
was there a definitive actual DNA test done? I know you said that you got the two.
yeah blood test, two hospitals and two different DNA sites. Yeah,
Two DNA like a 23andMe. I think I saw one from 23andMe.
23 and Me, Wicked Tree, and Ancestry. So that's three of them. Then I got the hospital from Highland Hospital. I got LSU Hospital, and I got Alameda Vital Correct.
Has the Newton family acknowledged you publicly?
Nobody but my cousin David knew.
Okay.
Do you
So
Frederica Newton told me I had been hearing because I just was in Oakland. I just was in Oakland for like 3 weeks. Uh, so she had told me before I came out there that she wasn't my mama. I say, well, I never said she was my mama. She say, uh, and Huey's not your father. I said, yeah, about that there. You've been telling people that my paperwork is fraudulent, huh? I didn't. Why would you say? I say That's what I've been hearing. I say, but it's like this. If you don't believe my paperwork, won't you contact my uncle Melvin and won't y'all set up a DNA test? I wouldn't do such a thing. I said, why? Why would I do that there? And you have your document, you have your paperwork. I was on the phone with another person. We was on freeway. This person called Frederica for me. So it's witnesses to these things. So I said, but you say my paperwork fraudulent. If you believe it's fraudulent, then we all know that my Uncle Melvin supposed to be my daddy's blood brother, right? She said, yeah, that's his brother. I said, well, won't you set the DNA paper? Won't you set the DNA test up since you feel that way? I wouldn't do such a thing. You have your paperwork. You have your blood test paperwork. I wouldn't do such a thing. Furthermore, I don't have to keep indulging in this conversation. After that, I won't accept none other call from you. I say, I'm not the one that called you. And then the person that called will say, I'm the one that called you. That's why I told you I wanted you to talk to me.
So have you ever thought to do the DNA test with cousin Melvin?
I talked to my
Uncle
cousin
Melvin?
David. Uncle Mel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to my cousin David pretty regular. They won't never set it up with him. They won't never tell me where he ate, won't give me no numbers on him or nothing. But I do have documents from my DNA test that says that my grandmama and granddad only had one blood child and one grandchild, which is Huey New and Rico Do.
So after that, you had a situation with Big Meech where you tried to get him out of jail, I guess by getting him some paper. He got upset with that. What happened with that situation?
He's still sitting in jail. He'll come on to 25, 26. I think somewhere up in there, supposed to be. But I talked to his lawyer, which was named Brittany, and she stated at that time, yeah, we know firsthand about that. I know they can get him out, but we're trying to go another route. At that time, when she said that there, I already knew what it was. She's gonna milk him out of money, most money she can get. Hey, she was his attorney on file, so it is what it is.
Can you
So
request because sometimes they can get DNA now from the deceased. Do you know where he is buried at or how or anything
It was cremated.
of that? It was cremated. You don't know who have the then you can get DNA from cremation too.
That's what let me back up. Do you remember when I said that you know what the coroner's office is? The coroner's office is where your body goes to where your autopsy is performed, that's the medical examiners, this, that, and that. And so every DNA is there from your hair, your nails, your skin, your blood, your spit, your pee. It's all there. You remember when I said I had to contact the coroner's office? That's why Highland Hospital contacted them. I have a record with the coroner's office when they're telling me that my father's DNA blood samples were still on file downstairs.
and that's how you were able to get your blood sample. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So, and on top of that, I went. So when you do that there, They're not gonna send you no blood tests. They just gonna release the death certificate paperwork to you, any medical paperwork which you labeled as the child. They're not gonna send you no action. It's not gonna say 99.9. You got to go do the DNA test. So that's why I went and did the DNA test is to show everybody, like, hey man, I got it's like it's way too much truthful information out there in regards to this right here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that you can do in life, and it's a lot of things that uh you can't do. You know what I'm saying? It's like I tell people all the time, if what I'm doing and showing and proving is fraudulent, why ain't no charges filed against me? Why I don't have no federal charges about creating falsified documents? This is public. This is newspapers. This everywhere. Everywhere. Police state everywhere. Why? I mean, at some point in time, people just got to realize, damn, this some real truth, and it's just some fucked up shit. And you can't be naive all your life. Sometimes you got to just accept truth for what it is.
So, how old was you when they classified you as deceased in the paperwork? How do you think that came about? How old was you?
I was like probably 35, 36, somewhere around
They waited till you got that. Oh, wow. And did they ever give you an explanation?
there. Do the government ever give you an explanation when they fuck over you? I'm just being real. Do they ever give you the explanation? No. But what they did do is uh like after I found out that, and I went to them and tried to, the reason how I was able to form my government, which is they feel true federal government of America. We are an international American federal agency. We're not under the U.S. government power or authority. We have a NATO cage code, SPPL4. We're listed inside of the military system, Homeland Security, everywhere. I'm the chief officer and founder of it. So how that came about is because I really think they didn't put up no fight with it because they know what they had did, and they know they wasn't gonna prosecute nothing against themselves. So hey, I learned how to form their government. They had to accept it. So I think that's one of their ways of trying to um, pay retribution for what the fuck they did.
Mm,
What do you mean by forming a government?
yeah, yeah.
Which, like,
Domination.
what do you got to be more detailed when you say what do I mean about it?
She wants you to explain what you said.
What
That
do you mean forming a government? How? Like, I
right.
mean, from the you. I mean, if you have the NAACP, that can be considered a government within an organization. What do you mean by forming
No,
a
no,
government?
no. We have we have a international American federal agency government. Hold up. You can see what they say.
Government 2020.
You see that symbol? That's a federal symbol.
Okay.
So what is that like? Like,
That's a
does that mean?
federal. That we are our own international, and we protect our own people, meaning that we can arrest the police, we can arrest politicians, we can do things like that. But due to the fact we just getting started, I'm more focused on recruiting and growing at first and teaching people about the law of it. You know what I'm saying? So they'll know what they're doing when they go out there, rather than just give people power and they don't know what they're doing.
So is it similar to how Native Americans have their own like kind of
Exactly.
police force and things like that? So you're
Exactly.
saying you have your own kind of law enforcement force? Because if you go to jail on a reservation, you don't that's that they have their own jail that
Yeah, pretty
you
much,
know.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like with the Native American, how can I put it? They under the US government. We're not under them. We're under NATO. We with NATO. The US government is controlled by NATO.
Mhm.
They under NATO. We're not under the US government. NATO cleared us to have our own shit. So the US government, they can't override what NATO say.
Mm.
So I had to go to NATO to get out of their system because they didn't really want to let me out. So, but they can't override what NATO say. I have military recording of officers telling me this. They're like, you done formed your own. We don't have any power or authority to overruled Madoff.
So what happens when you get pulled over and they find that badge on you? Do they think you're impersonating a police officer?
I had a police officer that went to jail in West Memphis, Arkansas. In regards to that, he got pulled over. Something he was doing. I forgot what he was doing, but I know it was for expired tags, change plates. That's originally what the pullover was for. So when they pulled him over, they asked him who he was. He told them he was a federal officer of the true federal government of America. His name is Kyle Watkins. You can pull information up on this and everything. The charges was dismissed. It's out of your recordings out there with the mayor office. Before they can get him to jail, the court, where he was going to be going to court at, was calling me, telling me that they weren't trying to step on our toes. They didn't know. Just ask them the paperwork and they'll get the situation. First time he went to court, charges were dismissed. He had to see no judge or nothing. I got this calls with the prosecutor telling me that they were going to prosecute him. I told him, I said, if you do, you're going to lose and it's going to be something real nasty with us. I said, I see you in court. I never had to enter the court. I never had to go to Arkansas. All I had to do was fax my paperwork to the courthouse. When I talked to the mayor's office, the mayor said, well, what can we do to get this situated? I say, release my officer. If your officer had a contact the other agencies, the other United States agencies that I was telling him to contact, he would have never took my officer to the jail. The officer, Detective Lankin, that arrested my officer, talked to me. He knew this here. The DA
from a different country.
You say what now?
I say, you know how if you're an attorney,
Are you speaking about the entity or they feel true? Or are you speaking about the individual Rico Duke? Those are two different things.
no, you said you're an attorney and you got sworn in Haiti, right?
No, that's not what I told you.
I thought I heard Genesis say that. Sorry, Genesis.
No.
You've been saying everything wrong so far, Genesis. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like that if you want to help a person, I don't have to tell you that I want to help you. I could just do it. Now it's on you whether you choose to accept that help or not.
You clicked it, Kev?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, okay.
Got you. So that's just like saying, if you see somebody that look like they hungry and you know that they hungry and they looking at you like we're gonna say a homeless person. You gonna ask that person is, can I help you? Can I go buy you something to eat? Or are you just gonna say go to them and if they choose to turn the food down and they turn it down? It's the same thing. Life works the same ways in every angle.
And what they probably pretty much did is make it seem like whatever you filed was not filed right and could have damaged the case.
That's what he felt like that his attorney, from what my understanding is, when Hud Meese talked about it, the only problem that they had was they was gonna try to go another way. She knew about it and she knew they could bring him home, but they're gonna try to go another way. And that they wasn't aware of that I was gonna file that motion for him. I said, I know, but I didn't tell y'all. So how was you supposed to know? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't. That was my intention, not to tell you nothing.
Mm. King Kev, welcome to the panel.
Some people say that I did that wrong, or I should have asked them, or this, that, and that. But I felt that I did it the way that I needed to do it. In life, you'll be criticized for anything that you do. So you know.
Right. That's just that was an interesting.
No, not you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like in general. You know?
Right. Sorry, King Kev has come up. He has a bunch of questions. I thought he was going to come up like earlier in the whole thing. I thought he was going to come up.
I was waiting on y'all. I can't come up.
Right. You're here now, so go ahead, bro.
Peace, brother Dukes. Peace, Genesis and Suge. Just wanted to address everybody when I came up. Listen, if I can, I want to kind of go back and kind of walk through because I'm kind of a history buff, and I'm a lifelong historian of the Black Panther movement, and especially Dr. Huey P. Newton, the Honorable Dr. Huey P. Newton. And so my first question was, going back to your birth, if I'm just trying to figure out, why is it that the government would want to do harm to you as a child? And we know how big your father was, and they took out not only your father, an entire movement. And if it was really their intention to take you out, how do you think you survived all the way to adulthood?
God was not meant for you, won't happen. Weapons may fall, but they won't prosper. People that don't believe in God won't understand that. People that believe in God and know, they gonna understand it.
And so your first inclination that Huey knew was your father was what exactly? What was the first thing that gave you some thought in your mind that you were his son?
When the sheriff told me about it. When the sheriff told me about it in 2018, after that, I was doing something and I came across his picture and I was looking at his picture. I'm like, and I seen myself. What the fuck? And it dawned on me, like, God, like, you know how they show in the movies, you have flashbacks, and that's how it happened. Damn, what the sheriff told me, what my daddy told me when I was real young about him, by Bobby Seale, and if the job too big or too small, it all made sense now. You know what I'm saying? It all made sense to what my wife told me in the hospital that she was my wife at the time, but my girlfriend at the time told me that my people were my people, my family was my family, and my whole life was a lie. You know, that now it makes sense to why couldn't none of them give me blood. You know, everything it just, everything was like a puzzle. And when it came together, it was a domino effect.
So the HR null blood type, is that connected directly to the Newton family? Because that blood type is so rare, is referred to as the golden blood. Is that your blood type, NR null?
Yes, RH null negative, golden blood.
Oh, I'm sorry, RH null. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's correct. It's connected directly to Huey Newton. Now, if any other one of the Newton family got it, I don't know. The whole family wouldn't have it. It'd just be certain people that have had it. How it's created, I don't know. I do know that when my father was killed, they were scooping his blood up off the ground with cups, saying that they had to keep his blood because he was a god. He was a god. Me having that type of blood, that's what it signifies. This is not something I'm saying. This is from the scientific people, the medical field, the doctors, and you know what I'm saying. So I can only go by that.
And building on that, couldn't you subpoena the courts to get a sample of his blood, even post-mortem, to compare your DNA against, because you're the rightful heir to the Newton estate, if that were the case, being his only known living child, living offspring?
But that's how can I put it? That it would depend on if it was something that he had established before he passed. Say for instance, like the Huey P. Newton Foundation, all right? That was created after he was passed. That wasn't nothing that was created while he was here or that he created. You see what I'm saying? That was
he died broke. He died absolutely broke, which was sad.
That was something that Drake created. So it would be it's a 50-50 chance on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't here for no money. I make my own money. I just want people to know the truth of what it really is. You know what I'm saying? I got my own money. I got my own clothing line, my own shoe brand. I got a partnership with Nike. I can design my own Air Max dunks, all this, just sell them everything. I got my own newspaper company, my own social media. I'm an attorney, so
now that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I don't care about no money. I ain't rich, but I don't care about it.
Well, that would have been my next question. Being that it was said by you that your paternity and your identity and whereabouts were kept a secret as a child for your protection, correct? Because of
That's what I think it was done for my protection.
Okay, and that being said, now that this has been all brought to light by you, and I know you wrote a book, and it's been I saw the documentary and things, and why do you think they would let you then ascend to do all the things that you're doing right now if the original purpose was to take you out?
Why would who let me ascend? The government that put the hit on me, or
yeah,
who said that they let me ascend?
Well, if they would, in your own words, if they would give you your own, and this is a question I too have about a government that, in order to have a government is 4 essential things. You have to have a land which to claim as your statehood. I'm sorry?
The Panthers have land.
You said you have land?
Yeah.
That's independent of the United States government?
Yes, it's independent. Yes, we have land. Yes.
Other than
but now see, I'm gonna show you something on that though. Do you know what it really takes to form a government?
Yeah, I was getting ready. Go ahead. I'll let you break that down.
2 or more people that have the same vision and same goal. That's what it takes to form a government or any organization. That's all any government is. The same people that's like-minded. That's it. This is what it tells you in Black Law's Dictionary on government fundamental forms. That's what it takes to start a government. What did it take to start the founding of what you see today? Some people getting together, writing it down on paper, and applying.
Okay, that's what I was saying about the land. You have to have a land. You can't claim occupied land in the United States, so you have to have your own independent land, which to defend as your native.
So now, let me school you. Let me teach you. You go back to Washington, D.C. is a territory. So nothing that is a member of Washington, D.C. has any power or authority. That means if Washington, D.C. is the capital and head and control of everything, and it has no power, neither do your Congress office, your police that's on the street, your courts that's on the street, none of this here. So therefore, they have no land.
Well,
they have
do
no land.
because
no, I warned this here in federal court. They don't.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you how I know they do. Try to run up in the Capitol. They're gonna have a local police force. They're gonna have a local DC.
That's Washington D.C. They're defending their territory. Washington D.C. is a territory. A territory lacks power, authority, or jurisdiction. A territory is a member of a country or nation that has power, authority, and jurisdiction over it. This is why it's called the United States of. Of is the key word. Remember, it's a part of a country that has power over it. That's why it says the United States of America.
Okay, well, I'm trying to clarify. Where is your territory located that is yours, that is independent of the United States, that makes you a separate and sovereign government?
You're missing the point. If they have no jurisdiction, this entire territory of these 50 states is my territory.
So the United States doesn't exist, basically. It's just on paper.
Why you think that they couldn't charge my officer in West Memphis, Arkansas? Why you think I didn't even have to go? All I had to do was send paperwork. The paperwork was basically that we are a federal agency, this, that, and all our credentials, and that they lack no power and authority over us. They had to drop these cases. They had to drop that case.
Okay. So then how did NATO, which is an alliance of all nations who are not enemies of one another, how did they sanction you then as a government? If they're a collective, that the only NATO isn't a sovereign entity, it is a collection of free nations.
Listen to what you just say. It is a collection of free nations.
But you can name those nations. That's what
We
I'm
are.
saying.
That's why we are the true federal government of America, our own nation.
So
The
in other
key,
words, if
you just said the key word. They are a free alliance of free nations. And you asked the question. What you asked me was, how did they do this here if they are in alliance with another free nation? If you are a free nation and you
how can
claim
NATO
you're a free
empower
nation,
you as a nation?
what you
NATO
mean?
can't. How can NATO sanction you to become a country? They can't sanction people to become a country. They are just a body, a
They
collective of
don't
countries
sanction. A
for
sanction
defensive
is
purposes.
a sanction is restrictions. That's what a sanction is. NATO didn't restrict us; they empowered us.
Okay, so
What you just,
in
what you
other
just,
words,
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
go ahead.
What you just stated, because I want you to get your words correct. What you just stated was they sanction us. Sanction is penalties, restrictions from things. When you
That's
sanction
not
somebody,
correct. I mean, that's one definition of sanction.
okay,
Sanction can also mean to qualify. If you can sanction boxers to fight in certain states, that's not penalizing them. That's
okay,
qualifying them.
but when you do it the legal term and you speaking legal, it's gonna be a whole nother definition. And you and I both know that. So if we're gonna speak boxing is not gonna be considered with NATO. So
Well, no,
NATO
I
gonna
wanted
have a
you to
whole,
get the definition right. You said
yeah,
sanction meant
that's what I'm getting
we
you.
had to clarify because words are important.
That's what I'm trying to
Definitions
get
are
you to
important.
see. That's what
So
I'm
whether
trying to
it's
tell you
boxing or
now.
whether it's me sanctioning, okay, police officers are sanctioned peace officers, right? So when I say that, if someone were to try to charge your nation with the crime, who would they charge you? Are you the leader of your nation or your country?
If my country, if they feel true struck on somebody, that individual person will be held accountable, not the entire government. It's just the same thing when the U.S. government do something. Do you hold the whole U.S. government accountable, or just that particular politician or officer that did the crime? It's the
Okay.
same thing.
Well,
it operates the same. It operates. Put it
well,
this
not
way.
really, because again, hold on,
Hold on. Let me explain.
Go ahead.
Put it this way. They feel truth is here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. It's inside the U.S. military. It shows you what we are. It's here to stay. Disbelief comes from everybody, but the fact of the matter is, they feel truth here. We here. It's documents to bag what we say. It's documents to prove that we
Any country in the world, that would be international.
I just exactly. That's what I.
So
You
you
are
can basically go
exactly
to
correct, my
any
brother.
country.
Yes,
and
I can go to anywhere, no matter however you may feel about it personally.
No, I'm just asking a question, brother.
I'm just giving you an answer. Now, however you may feel about it personally, that's one thing.
Right.
But the facts of it is that they feel true. We can go and enforce our shit anywhere. We are international. You can find us in sam.gov as They Fear True Federal Government of America. You can find us in E-Verify as They Fear True Federal Government of America. You can find us in the United States Military Database, which is DLA. Hold on, which is DLA. And I just wanted to get our words correct, since you said words was a big thing. So
Brother, we ain't got to
gotta
go in
use the
circles.
correct
I
words.
acknowledge that you said I wasn't listening.
But
I'm
now,
listening to you, sir. Proceed.
But now, so if that's the case, then I would have been charged for filing for Big Meech, right? If I wasn't an attorney, I would have been.
That's an open-ended question, brother. Can I answer that? You said you would have been charged unless you go in and represent yourself as a bar licensed attorney and his attorney of record. No, you won't be charged for going in and represent Big Meech, because you can do that from prison. Someone can write up an amicus brief for you. They can a right of habeas corpus. You can write those things from prison. So no, you wouldn't have been charged. So when you say things, brother, I'm just trying to be clear, not because I'm trying to debunk what you're saying. I'm just trying to be clear because words are important. Like I'm an attorney.
Hold up, listen. When you file a case for any type of case, whether it's civil, criminal, whatever case, and you put down on there that you are an attorney, right? When you filed it, are we on the same page right now? Aren't you? So that's you telling the court, the judge, the prosecutor, the clerk of court, whoever's filing that paper is an attorney, right?
No, you don't have to be an attorney to file.
Listen to what I'm
papers
saying.
in court.
You're not listening. Listen to what I just said.
You said if you file papers, you're an attorney, and I said no.
That's not what I said. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I said. I say when you file any case in any court, civil, criminal, anything, and you put on the paper attorney, right, with your bar number, you are saying to the court that you are a attorney, right?
Right.
That's what you're telling the court. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So
is that what you did?
You duh. Are you not listening to anything that I'm saying?
But you said you weren't an attorney, you weren't sworn in. So how can you put your bar card
on a court file? Listen.
Oh my God. Come on, brother. This is recorded. You can't tell me you didn't just say that. I repeated just what you said.
I didn't say that there. I said,
God. Okay, I'm done listening. I mean, go ahead. I'm listening.
In, and I told you, no, I'm not sworn in.
So how do you have a bar card number? You only get a bar card number once you're sworn in.
Brother, if you're gonna let me, no, you don't. You get a bar number when you pass it. You get a bar number when you pass the exam. After you pass
the
exam,
true.
You got
true.
I bet you I can show you this here, brother. I can show you court cases with my bar number, brother. I can show you this here. I can prove to you that everything that you're saying, you are lying. I can log into the U.S. Supreme Court right now and show you this here.
You can log into NATO.
Brother.
You are
lying, brother.
You can log in the NATO system and show us that you're in NATO's database. Is that what you're telling me?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna do better. Pull up on the screen. I want somebody. I ain't got to log in. I'm gonna let you log in.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you log in.
Book, control, save on all things business travel with Navan. Navan is the platform where
I need to know that so I know that you heard what I said at first. How long were you
from the gate? I was the first one in.
Show you court cases with my bar number. I never said Big Beach. I said I can show you court cases. I can go into the Supreme Court.
Social if you're legally deceased, sir.
So did you? How long have you been on the show? Listen, I need to know that so I know that you heard what I said at first. How long were you
from the gate? I was the first one in here.
Okay, so
and I watched your documentary.
Okay, so now if you watched my documentary and you was the first one in here, you heard me say that they clarified and sent me notification to let me know that I was no longer classified as deceased. I have bank accounts now with Navy Federal and PayPal and Cash App and Bank of America and all these other places now. I can get places now, and my credit, I can check my credit scores and all this. And so I got to be classified. At first, I couldn't do any of that. Now I can do all those things.
All right. Can I say one more thing to you too?
Yes.
I don't know if you're aware of it, but you can go check because it's all documented. When the story came out that you represented that you had went to court on behalf of Big Meech spoke out specifically and said he has no idea who you are, and you didn't go to court representing him on any level for anything. Now, why would he deny his association with you?
Now,
and this is a video he made, so it ain't me making it up or me just saying it.
Now who said that I ever had any association with him. You said that you've been listening to the show since the beginning. You was the first
5
person.
minutes ago, you said you went in court and filed paperwork with your bar
That's not
card
what I
number for
said.
big meats. You
That's
said
not
that,
what
sir.
I said, sir.
Oh my
That is
God.
not
I'm
what I
done
said.
rapping.
I said that I can. I said that I can show you court cases with my bar number. I never said big meat. I said I can show you court cases. I can go into the Supreme Court system and show you my bar number. That is what I stated.
Go pull it up. Go pull up a Supreme Court case with your name as a lawyer to record on it. And I'll wait. I'll be here as long as you need.
I'm gonna let you pull it up.
Okay,
You do your
all right.
research, right? I'm gonna let you pull it up.
Hold on, what is it? Hold on.
It don't exist, sir.
I'm gonna let you pull it up.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it up. Hold on.
That don't exist. They Fear Truth don't exist when you see all the information there. So at that point in time, I see that you're just a brother. You're gonna be entitled to your own peace.
So this is the They Fear Truth. Okay, this is the They Fear Truth, Government of America, Dun & Bradstreet. This is the owner of it, called Rico Dukes. This is his information.
Because you say that you still haven't. Okay, let's get back to Huey Newton. You still haven't proved. You still have not proved to anybody. Have you shown anybody here, Genesis, Suge, anybody? Have you shown anybody a DNA test that shows definitively that you are the biological child of Huey P. Newton? Yes or no? That's a yes or no, sir.
You say you watched the documentary.
Okay, that's what I thought, and that was a no.
You say you watched the documentary.
How can you find out who Huey Newton is, but you couldn't find out the paternity of your mother?
It's in the documentary, brother. It's in the documentary.
Anybody else's would be on your birth certificate because she gave birth to you.
Listen,
how do you know Huey Newton and not your birth mother who gave birth to you in a hospital?
Are you ready to listen, or you got some more questions?
You're not gonna answer anything I say. You're gonna talk in circles, but go ahead.
So first of all, if I don't know who my mama is, there's no way for me to get a blood test, right? So it's clearly that the woman that's on my birth certificate, she ain't my mama because she couldn't give me blood when I needed a blood transfusion.
Who had you in the hospital? Nobody knew that. Some woman just came in and gave birth, and they didn't.
You just asked me.
I'm asking you another question, sir. Somebody gave birth to you. A grown adult woman gave birth to you. How do no one know who she is?
Wait, hold on. What name is on your birth certificate, sir?
Thank you.
Aretha Merritt, the same woman.
That's who pushed you out, because they would not put another woman's name on your birth certificate unless they witnessed her push you out.
Man, listen to what I'm telling you. Evidently, you have no educational sense, because you can get a whole nother mama and daddy on an adopted birth certificate, brother.
So was it adopted birth certificate or the actual certificate of live birth?
I don't know. No, this is just a birth certificate. They tell me that they don't have no information of the hospital.
The mother's name is listed on a certificate of live birth, whether she gives it up for adoption or not. That's how kids find their birth mother, sir.
Can I speak for myself? I don't need you to answer. She was talking to me. I don't need you to speak.
I'm stating facts. I'm not talking for you. I'm stating facts, sir. There's no way a woman walked into the hospital, gave birth to you, and nobody recorded that. It's impossible.
So who said that my birth mama was in a hospital?
Okay, here we go. Okay. But you know, because you was there when you were born, so you remember.
I don't know these answers.
Okay.
You got all the answers, so I'm asking you, who said that the woman that had me in a hospital? Who said that? These are your thoughts, your opinions, your words, not mine.
Then how do you have a certificate of live birth?
You don't pay attention to nothing. Lord, this is what I'm gonna do. Go back and rewind it. Go back and play this video about 5 minutes before this here, and you'll hear that answer. You don't pay attention, brother.
Okay, real quick. Okay.
You don't pay attention. You just one of the ones that like to talk and seem like you know what you're talking about, but you.
Remember, we had R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter up here too.
Let's do this.
That's understandable.
Because we were given receipts about certain things that you were saying. You said you did you had a case against the Supreme Court. Where can I see that case at?
The name is Cal.
I didn't say I had a case against the Supreme Court.
Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy.
I said that I can go in the Supreme Court system and show my bar
Okay.
number.
Okay.
I said that I can pull up a case that will show you my bar number. When I said that, you said that I said that I could pull up Big Meech's case and show you my bar number. You're adding things onto what I'm really saying is
Okay.
what you're doing.
Okay. No, I'm not. This is Monica.
See, that's what you're doing, brother. And that's something that I don't like and I won't tolerate. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna say something that I'm saying, I'm gonna bag up everything.
It's all
that I'm
recorded,
saying.
sir. You can rewind this. It's all recorded. You absolutely said you can go to the Supreme Court.
Listen,
yeah, you can talk over me, but everybody can play it back, and it's obviously a lie is a lie, no matter how much you talk it up. A lie is a lie, sir.
Right now. Let's bet $100 right now that what you just said.
I'm not gonna bet you anything. I don't even know your real name, sir. Everything you said is suspect.
You don't have to know.
It's suspect. If you can't stand up to questioning, that means something's not right, sir.
What is
you can't ask me things that I can't answer.
I'm answering your questions and you're adding on to what I'm saying. And then you expect me to say, yeah, I said that.
No, you just expect everybody to come up and go, oh, this Huey P. Newton's son, everything you say is true. No, sir, we're not that gullible. I'm a grown man. I'm your father's age, sir. You can't just tell me something and I believe it. Come on.
Okay. So
I'm double your age. You can't just tell me shit, sir. You can't tell me things that I know are factually false because of my age and because of your age, sir. Factually, you can't tell me certain things. You can sit up here and spin it and it sounds good and it sounds great. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not your biological father. You're not my biological son. But if somebody comes up and says, I'm a police officer, and I ask them a question and they say, oh, here go another one of them. Yeah, I want to know if you claim to be something. You've said several times that you were a lawyer. Then you said I was never sworn in. I was never affirmed. Then you said you was on people's court papers. Then you said you wasn't because you don't have a bar card. Sir, this is not things that I'm making up. Go back and watch the video. Well, not you because you're in denial. Anybody else could have heard it. They can go back and watch it. I haven't made up one thing. Everything that I've said is I'm repeating something you said, sir. But I'm through talking for the remainder of the show. I'm gonna let you rock. I promise you. I'm on mute.
So now what I said was bet your $100 and everything that you just said. She can easily rewind this show back and let everybody hear that. I don't have to speak any fairy tales. Second of all, anything a person say, you are right. That is your own personal opinion, but can you change anything? If I wanted to go and get anything dealing with my father right now, could you stop it because of your personal feelings? Could Frederica stop it because of her personal feelings? Could Melvin Newton stop it because of his personal feelings? No, they fear true federal government of America. You say it don't exist, but can you stop the actual facts of what happened and we beat a case behind the same thing? We're able to do certain shit. A lot of shit we got this. Can you stop it? Can you stop the fact that you can actually pull us up in the military system as a united and as a independent international government in the military? It don't say we're United States. It don't say that there. You can't change those facts. So for me to sit here and argue with you about your personal opinion when the facts is out there of what I'm doing and what I say. So it's like that's like throwing a needle in a haystack and expecting to find it. You're gonna always have your personal opinion, but can you change anything from your personal opinion? No. So it's just gonna be a big debate. You want me to explain to you and make you feel about what you want to feel. No, the paperwork do that there. Can't nobody stop me from doing nothing that I'm doing, man. Nothing. You say you
the name of an organization is not a government. Government is a country.
You just told me you was through for the rest of the night. That's what you just told me. So you don't keep your word.
I'm gonna lie just like you've been doing for the last hour, 45 minutes and 13 seconds, sir.
Wait, so listen,
can you prove it though?
Yes, I can prove it. You won't be quiet because you know I can prove it.
Show me paperwork. Let's start
Show me a DNA test of you and Huey Newton. Show me a DNA test of you and Huey Newton.
Show me paperwork.
Boy, you should have that framed. You crazy. You're crazy. Just ain't nobody told you to your face, brother. You crazy. First you said the government tried to kill you. Now you say you your own government.
Show me.
Boy, if you don't get that crazy shit out of here, who you think you talking to? Who is you talking to?
Show me a DNA
you went to Ancestry.com? Boy, you would have the biggest claim in the history of the United States. You have the most well-known black leader in our history, and you're his only living biological child. Boy, get your ass out of here. You crazy. You just got enough people that entertain you for content. Don't talk crazy to me, sir.
Show me a document.
Fuck out of here.
Show me your DNA paperwork that show I'm not.
I don't have to. My mom and daddy is right here. They can tell you.
About your mama.
You ain't got DNA test first to even prove who you are. Your name is Rico Cortez.
For you to claim you so old, your listening skills is bad. I say,
hey,
show me
your speaking skills are bad, sir. Your speaking skills are bad. Did you graduate from high school, sir?
Show me a
Did you graduate from high school?
That I'm not Huey.
Tell me who's a member of your government besides yourself, sir. Tell me how many citizens you have in your population, sir.
This is what I think it is.
Okay. Tell me what money you print, sir.
I think that you're an older man.
Tell me where your military is, sir.
Your lifestyle is sitting there at home. You ain't achieved nothing. You mad because I'm 40.
Well, you just got out of jail. You don't have no front teeth. Who do you think would be jealous of you, sir?
I wouldn't give a damn if I didn't have no teeth in my mouth.
Who do you think would be jealous of you, sir?
All of here.
Who do you think would be jealous of you, sir?
Right here.
Ain't you been in prison a lot of your life?
I've been in.
Who do you think would be jealous of you? What are you talking about? Don't get off the subject. You sitting up here lying, and ain't nobody said nothing to you. As a grown man, I'm not gonna sit up here and let another grown nigga play in my face. I know for 100% fact you lying. You lying. You can lie to them. Maybe they'll entertain you for an hour or two for some content. I'm a grown man. You can't play in my face, sir, because I know factually that about 15 to 20 things, if not everything that you said out your mouth, factually is a lie, sir. When you go back, I said I'm a historian. My family actually knows the Honorable Dr. Huey P. Newton. That's why I said that to you. H. Rap Brown. Some of the soldiers, Geronimo Pratt. So you can't tell me nothing, sir. You can't tell me nothing, sir.
Hey, I want
you a
liar. The host of the show, this is what I want you to do for me. I want you to pull up my YouTube channel so he can hear Black Panther members rocking with me. You do a lot of talking, cuz, and not enough researching, brother.
Okay,
you do a lot of talk. I'm talking to him right now about the YouTube channel, Rico. You can.
I wish you had your own. Here, right here, that a Black Panther Party documentary area on Christmas Day.
Oh, no.
If you haven't heard about how homeowners are installing solar panels to pay for a brand new roof, then hang out with me for 60 seconds. I promise the video that you came here to watch.
It's kind of hard to hear. The music is too loud. What exactly is going on?
I hear it crystal clear. I don't know how it's hard to hear. I heard everything he said, everything I said.
Have everybody heard?
I heard it crystal clear.
Very, very rarely.
Because to me, it sounds like
we're gonna go to. You can play it whenever you want to, but you can hear it, play it, wind the microphone up, all this here. But
I have a whole. I don't.
Hold up, just you gotta keep going. I told you there's a lot of videos up there. Shit, you strolled it. Slow down. Keep going.
Okay. We about to. This the top.
And that's Day Filter News you on?
Yeah.
Well, go to Rico Dukes. Day Filter TV.
Rico Dukes.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up on my other phone, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, why are you pulling that up? Go back to the other video.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
There you go, Victor.
Okay. You looked at.
Where's the DNA test?
That's why you said 50%.
Did you subpoena anybody in Huey Newton's family to get their DNA to compare it against?
Why you say 50% then? Why did you say 50%?
But you still can't prove the basic fact. If Huey's son wears the test, who do you compare his DNA against? Who'd you compare your DNA against?
Hold on. Wouldn't
Okay.
you be
You
able
don't
to
pay, I ain't gonna answer
That's
stupid
what I thought.
question. I ain't gonna answer stupid question because the answer the question where he just
say
the question that he
99.999.
Thank you. Thank
now
you.
stop. Hold up. Stop.
Fuck
Hold
outta
up.
here.
Hold up. Now
Fuck
stop
outta
right.
here.
Now stop right there. It's
If
gonna
you
say
had
90.
blood, if you had blood.
Hold
okay,
up.
hold on.
Listen to what I'm trying to
Wait,
tell you.
hold on. Let me
You got to have two parents for it to say 99%. That's because the mama and daddy is tested when it say 99.9. If wasn't nobody tested but Huey Newton blood, how in the fuck you gonna get 99.9%? Tell me how.
Okay, so here's the question.
I'll wait.
Because they can separate DNA,
Oh man, shut
DNA,
the fuck up, man.
female
Shut the
DNA
fuck
from
up,
male
man.
DNA. Stupid.
Lord,
That's how they
shut
know
the-
who a father is.
So
Stupid.
how would what
They would
mama
know
did they-
100% if
what
that was your
mama-
father, regardless
what
of the mother.
mama-
They would
what
know he was
mama-
biologically your paternal parent.
Get
the fuck out of here.
What mother that was DNA tested to make it a 99?
What woman had you at the hospital? What woman
was
gave birth
DNA
to you at the
tested?
hospital?
What
You
woman?
still ain't figured that out?
You ain't answered that question
You
yet.
still ain't figured out who gave birth to you?
Where is the woman? Where is the woman to make it 99%? So that explains why you see 50% for
You don't even know how DNA works. I know you ain't no lawyer. First of all, what state have you ever practiced in? What state have you ever practiced law in?
Now you got all these questions.
What state have you ever practiced law in? It's not a trick question.
I'm gonna talk to the host of the show because you have been proved.
Yeah, because you know she'll
all day.
entertain that bullshit. You talking
You
crazy.
can't prove nothing. You just
talking
talk
crazy.
About
you don't want to answer no real question.
You want to talk about.
You don't want to answer no real
bro.
question.
Listen,
I can get up here and say Malcolm X was my daddy.
Now listen, you paid for this show now, right?
Malcolm X was my daddy.
If you want to have a show,
now
you
what?
pay for this show.
Hey, listen.
I done got paid already.
I ain't paid for shit. I would never pay you to
I'm talking
talk
about
to
the
me
host,
about
nigga.
shit.
I'm talking about the host, nigga.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah. Let's
talking-
get that.
you
Let's get
talking
that
some shit I
unfucked.
decided
You
to-
would never
first
get a
what-
quarter for me to
first-
do
listen,
nothing.
First wasn't no Panthers vouching for me. Now he hear Panthers rocking for me. You can find
What
Victor
Panthers?
Houston.
Name them.
You can
Name them. Name them.
Buffalo, Victor Houston.
See?
There go two of them.
Man, no, you definitely man, get out
There
of
go
here.
two of them.
Okay.
There go
Victor
two of
Houston ran around with Huey Newton.
Exactly,
Okay,
my
thank
brother.
you. Okay,
Exactly.
just like when you was talking
Exactly.
Man, get out of here.
Exactly.
Just like
He
Kyle
ran.
was talking to
Exactly,
Fred
he
Hampton
ran.
Jr. You ain't in.
Did-
Why you ain't talk to him?
Did
Because
she
you
let-
don't know him.
did-
Kyle know him.
Did she let the
Fuck
whole
out of here,
goddamn-
bro.
did she
I
let the
did my
whole video
research
play?
on you, player. I
Did
did
she
my
let the
research.
whole
I don't
video-
just take people for their
Miss
word
Lady.
like other people do. I
Miss
already
Lady.
found out, bro. I
Do you
did my
want- do you-
research
do
on
you
you. I didn't
wanna
just
show-
watch your
do you wanna
documentary.
show?
Why you got an AI
Let me
voice?
show you-
Because
let me show you
nobody
how-
will get on there and say
let
the
me show
things
you
and
how
make
much
the
power
claims
I
that
got.
you claim
Let me show
and put
you how
their
much
name on the
power I
line
got.
because they know you
If you
lying.
wanna have a
That's why
show-
you use stock news
if you
footage.
wanna have a
That's
show,
why
or I
you
can
use
get
the
this
AI
phone right
voice.
now and
You
let
couldn't
him
get
talk
no
to you.
living Panther. You
It's
couldn't
on
get
you.
no living member of Huey Newton's family to vouch
Which
for
one
you.
do you
That's
rather,
why
ma'am?
you had to use AI
Which
narration.
one do you rather, ma'am? Do you rather control your person or what he talking about? Because he talking irrelevant.
I know
You didn't
tough
pay for
questions
this
are
here.
hard when you
I
lie
can,
like
I
a
can, I can
motherfucker.
exit out this motherfucker if you don't know how
Your
to shut
ass
up.
out of here. Mr.
I
Dukes
can
ought to be
exit if you
ashamed
don't
of
know
you
how
for
to shut up.
denying him and trying to claim a man you don't even fucking know. That's pitiful.
Shit.
Just for
Google
you
something to me,
two.
nigga. What do
Retarded.
you do in life? What do you do in life? Do you just sit on YouTube and hope
Work
that you
and
get
raise a
paid?
family. How about you?
What you
Been
do?
to prison and what?
I'm a general.
Talking
I'm
shit,
a
lying,
general
making
contractor.
shit up.
I'm a general
Yeah,
contractor. I
fuck
got my
outta here.
own clothing line, my own shoes.
You got a
my own
clothing line, you a
newspaper.
lawyer, you a head of state.
I got my own
Yeah, I know.
motherfucking social
Go ahead.
media
Clothing
platform.
line. What else you got?
I got
You
my
got a
own
bakery,
social
you got a
media
trucking
platform.
company. What else?
I got my own social media platform, nigga. What you do?
What
You go
else?
to work at that white man job.
What
don't you?
else,
You gotta
bro?
go on the
What else
time
you got?
clock. I move
What
on
else you
my
got?
own, nigga.
Well, then why did
I
you
move on
beg this
my own
woman?
time.
Why'd you beg this woman
I
for
move
money
on
for an
my own
interview if
time.
you got so much bread?
That's
See,
my
you
price.
You a
That's my
pookie.
price, nigga.
You a pookie, my nigga.
That's my
You a
price,
pookie, my nigga.
nigga.
Panthers
You wanna
don't
talk
charge
to
for
me?
shit.
You
You
wanna
do it
talk
off the
to me?
muscle. You do it for the culture. You do it for
Well,
your supposed to
tell
be
you
father.
what.
You can play
I
with
tell you
anybody
what.
else. You can't play with the honorable Dr.
When I
Huey
do
P. Newton's
revolution,
name,
when I do
nigga,
revolution movement,
without
when I
real
do
men that
revolution
know
movement,
better standing up for his name. Because he's
when
not
I
here to
do,
defend his name.
I tell you what, I'm gonna leave the show
Yeah,
until you figure
okay,
out what
that's
you
right.
want to do.
Why his sister and his nephew didn't come out and vouch for you. Okay.
Well, welcome to Alchemizing Energy from
That's what
Traveler
happens when
China.
niggas lie. That's what happens when niggas lie. What they say the devil do when the truth come, they fucking flee. These niggas retarded. I'm telling you, people will get on. Remember Legina Gold now. That girl, if you listen to her, she will believe in her mind, heart, and soul that she R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter. Now, why are we sitting up here wasting time talking to Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter? That makes us crazy.
Let me tell you
That
something.
makes us crazy.
Me being a woman, I'm gonna say, me being a woman, when two men are arguing or talking, I don't get in the middle of it. I let them go ahead and be men and talk. That's just how I do stuff, you know.
And I'm not disrespectful, Genesis. And I listen. First of all, I'm gonna apologize to you. And since you broke bread,
closer to when they did the ancestry test, right? So that was proven, right? So there is a way you might not can find out if they're your mama or your daddy, but it will tell you who's in your family tree, maternal and paternal, right?
thank you.
So if that's
You can't find his mama.
Right. So you may not can't get everybody because
to be quite honest, when I looked at his mother, I was like, that must be breaking her heart because she looked like
he looked just like the lady. He looks just like, and he looks like his daddy. You could tell that Mr. What's his name is his father. You can tell that it's his father. And that's what's sad. That's why I said that's sad that you would deny your parents.
I was eventually going to ask. I don't know about the father. I don't know who the father is. I just heard about the mother.
The one now is his stepdaddy. That's his stepdaddy. But his father, he had a picture with his actual biological father when he was a little boy. He had on a baseball hat, some shorts, and some white socks up to his knees. That boy know his whole entire family lineage. When have you known? Even if a woman gave birth like on the way to the hospital in a car, or she gave birth at home, what woman does not get a birth certificate for her child when she gives birth? No. That's why they come on.
He wouldn't be able to go to college. Like he said, he went to college and got his law degree. You need a birth certificate to like go to any school.
Thank you. He said he was declared dead. That's why I said this dude is all over the place. He's just making it up.
That's why when I asked him, right, even in the States, right, just because you're a lawyer in New York, right, if you go to another state, that's like why Puppy abuser, for example, he had to get different lawyers, right, because
you're not sanctioned in every state. Only the state you pass your birth. That's exactly right.
I was going to hit him, but Kevin, I'm like,
I'm sorry, Suge. You're exactly right. I'm sorry.
Right. So then I did ask him that, and then he said something about he got that. No, that's not possible because you cannot. I'm not saying that he didn't file for his own whatever sovereignty or whatever. You could do whatever you want to do. Yes, that part is true, but can be true. I don't stand me on that. But I do know that you cannot, even in the States, right? New York law is different from California law. California law, it's different from Atlanta law, right? So that's why a lot of whole proud. Oh Lord have mercy. I guess they are hoes, but high profile people usually have different lawyers depending on where they did the crime. So that's why Puffy have one here. And then if he goes, he got one in
Miami, one in New York, one in Cali, the main, that's exactly.
You cannot go everywhere. Right. Go ahead, bro.
You can't be a convicted felon and be an attorney. That's why you get disbarred when you get convicted of a felony.
Hold on, he's back.
Hello.
Now,
hello.
So now,
you take the bar after the felony.
No, honestly, I wish you would go up on your computer so you could show the proof of all these things. I wish you would have came back up on your computer rather than your phone. So
you can find it on jailhouse.com.
Hold on, let me just explain this. Let me just explain about this channel. Maybe he don't understand this channel and he think that we're ganging up. No. On this particular channel, if you check our research, we always do things thoroughly because we want to make sure we put out all correct and any right. And then all channels.
What he talking about is his personal feelings, how he personally feels. He say one thing, the facts be shown behind it. However he feel about the facts is his personal opinion. So if we're gonna have a show, you ask me a question, I answer, you pull the facts up about it. Okay, cool. However you feel about it, that's on you. We move on to the next question. I ain't gonna have a show debating about the facts that you see. If you really want to know if it's the facts, call the entities and see if that's where it came from. The numbers on them documents. If it's fraudulent, they're gonna tell you we ain't issued nothing. Are they gonna tell you? Yeah, we did release these documents. on such and such day. They can tell you that. Call the entities. But other than me trying to go back and forth with him about what he personally feels, that's nonsense. Because he gonna feel the way how he feel, but he got that right to. But my job is to reduce the facts of what I'm saying, and it's produced. It's public information. I ain't got to deliberately come back and show nothing, and not because it's all in the public. You can just type Rico Cortez Duke's name on Google and find tons and tons and tons and tons of shit dealing with it. You see what I'm saying? So if you interview a person, that's on the person that's going to interview that person to go and find all this information. That ain't on me to come and bring this here. I put it out for you to be able to find in the public. You see what I'm saying? So it's a totally difference. And if you going, it's like, yeah, what he's saying, that's his opinion. He feels I ain't Huey's son. I got blood paperwork, saliva paperwork, hospital paperwork, coroner's office paperwork, courthouse paperwork that say differently. So at this point in time, you just talking out the side of your neck. Don't know Panthers members mess with you. Well, shit, this video with me with Panther members. You hear Panther members vouching for me, this, that. You hear it's something about that. We don't know who that is. You probably don't know who Victor Houston is, but if you look him up as in the FBI for the Black Panthers, it's gonna pop right up. You're gonna see his picture and everything. So it ain't.
You ain't show his face.
So what I'm saying, his face is on there. That ain't on me because you can't see. His face is on there. So every time you see what I'm saying, every time it's like you want to try to find something, but you can't because I'm validated, bro. Other than that, you just got your personal opinion, and I'm cool with your personal opinion. I don't have nothing against you about your personal opinion. Now, if I say that, hey, I got a government and I can't show you no facts of this here, then you can chastise me. But if you can go to the United States military and see that I got something that say they feel true federal government of America and it's listed in there, how you gonna argue with me about that? That sounds stupid.
First of all, that was a secondary site. That wasn't you can't go to usgovmilitary.org and find you listed anywhere. You would have to be a contractor. So you saying you work for the United States government? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Hold on, bro. See, that's what you do. You start talking in circles. I'm asking you very simple questions. Have you ever worked for the United States government?
I have never worked.
Okay, so why would you be listed on their website?
What you mean?
Why did you have to go to
it shows you why you asking me questions.
Why would you be on their website? Why would you be on their website if you never worked for them? So why? They don't just have random people's name on the website.
What I'm trying to tell you, if you want somebody to acknowledge you, you gonna put your shit in their shit.
There you go again with the obfuscation, man.
Let me ask you this here.
Why are you on their website if you never worked for them? Answer that question. That's a simple question.
I'm gonna answer your
question. Why would you be on their website?
I'm gonna answer your question if you shut up, brother. You sound like a hollering bitch with questions after questions, talking after talking. Don't never be quiet. And I'm not saying
what you gonna say, nigga? Quit saying all that. Why the fuck is your name on the government fucking website if you never worked for them, if you have no affiliation with them? Okay, now answer that.
Find one website where it says find one website where it says they feel truth is a United States government agency.
Man, if you don't get your uneducated, you a lawyer, bro. You a lawyer, bro?
So that means
wait a minute.
So let me ask you this here. So let me ask you this here. So let me ask you this here. I got a light bill. I ain't gonna say a light bill. I'm gonna use something else. I'm gonna use something as an example. Like
how'd you come back alive once they declared you dead? How'd you get your identity back?
I'm not explaining because I now already.
Oh, okay. I know. Because you ain't never been legally declared dead. Show me a death certificate where they legally declared you dead.
Go back and listen to the show.
You a liar, bro.
So now let me ask the host. Did I not clarify how all that happened? Now he just want me to explain something for him. Go back and listen to the show when you get time, brother. You say you
explain it for the crowd. Explain it for the audience. Because they don't understand. They don't believe you either. They don't believe you either. Fuck what I think. They don't believe you. Answer them.
Listen to what I'm saying.
This woman paid you money to come up here and fucking lie to us.
She paid for me to talk to her. Not you.
That's crazy. I ain't got to talk to her.
But yet,
you got to give it heart. She probably knew your broke ass needed.
She paid to me to talk to her, to come on her show
and lie to her, right?
Not talk.
Man, no, this is not just my show, man. No, sir. This is not just my show.
Okay, well, it's not just
Right,
your
you don't
show.
even know what you're
No.
talking about.
I
Exactly.
don't know. I
Because
don't
you
know
don't
what I'm talking
listen.
about.
Because you
I
don't listen. You
I
just try
don't.
to talk in circles and confuse somebody.
All she told
Nobody's
me-
dumb,
all
sir.
she told me
Nobody
was-
believes you're a lawyer.
All
You
right,
can't say what state you practiced
Do you
in.
know, hey,
You
do
can't
his
get
name.
you can't
do
get
you
one
know
court
how
where you.
do you know how to shut up and type up Rico Cortez Duke
I'm not
attorney, a
typing your
lawyer?
name and shit.
Hold
I
on.
already know what I need to know about
You
you. I
just
did
want to
my
sound like
research
a,
on you
you just want to sound
yesterday,
like
sir.
a bitch ass nigga.
Yesterday,
You
sir.
just want to
I
sound
did
like
my
a bitch ass
research on you
nigga.
yesterday.
Well,
Ain't no
the
government
host,
shot you.
the
Them was
host,
some niggas that you got
the
into
host.
some street shit with that
The
shot your
host.
ass up down there. That
I'm
wasn't no
finna say,
fucking government.
the host.
How
Did
they
you
get it?
pull
How
up?
somebody get in trouble then?
Lord have mercy, this
The
nigga.
government
Boy,
sent
you
them to
sound like
shoot
a
you.
hoe. You
It
sound
was
like
some
a
white men or some black men
you
that
sound
shot
like
you.
a female,
It was some
bro.
white dudes or some black dudes that shot you.
DJ,
You sound like an
Google.
old
Okay.
ass
DJ,
female,
Google
bro.
his
Yeah,
name.
Google that. Google
This
Okay,
Google
hold
nigga,
on,
Rico
guys.
Cortez. Yeah,
this
Google
nigga
his shoe.
sound like an old ass
Google
fucking
that. Google his
female,
shoe.
bro.
Google
Hold
his
up,
shoe.
cat.
Because
Hold up,
you know
hold
how
up, cat.
you
Let
know
me
how when a
Google it.
nigga you know how when a nigga get proved something wrong, he try to come back. Oh, this
You
just
know how
happened.
when a nigga lying, he just keep
Cuz
talking
you
over
can't prove
everybody.
you can't prove
You know
nothing
how when a
wrong.
nigga been to jail,
I
he can
told you
just
to,
make up shit on the fly
listen,
because you ain't had nothing but
listen, pull up
time to sit
Rico
up and think
Cortez.
about lies and
If
make up a
y'all can
fucking story for
if y'all can
years.
hear me, pull
Fuck
up
out of
Rico.
here.
If y'all can hear
Fuck
me,
out of
pull up.
here.
If y'all can hear
You
me,
probably
pull up.
breaking your mama and daddy heart. You gonna deny your
If
parents
y'all can
and
hear
talk
me,
about Huey is your father and you don't know your mama. How everybody know who Huey is, but they don't know who Huey was having sex with and got pregnant by? Come on. How come his comrades can't tell you who your
let
mama
me ask
is?
you a question. Do you
How
know
come his
Bobby?
comrades can't tell you
Let
who
me
your
ask,
mama
I'm trying
is?
to answer your
Nobody
question.
saw her pregnant.
Man,
See,
when
you
you
ain't
shut
got
the
no
fuck up,
answers
bro.
for logical questions, bro.
Bitch
You
ass nigga, you won't
are
shut
a
the fuck up,
liar.
nigga. You a hoe ass nigga that won't shut the fuck up. You say a nigga ain't got no question, but your bitch ass ain't never shut up for me to answer it.
Man, it don't
You
make
sound like a
no
pussy
difference.
hurt
You can
ass
scream
nigga,
bitch
bro.
ass nigga and all that. I'm
For
not on the internet
real.
lying about my identity. That's a bitch ass nigga.
Well, guess
All right.
what?
A nigga,
Prove it's a
a
lie.
nigga that been in jail
Prove
his
it's a
whole
lie.
life is a bitch ass
Prove
nigga.
it's a lie. You been in jail longer than me.
Hoe ass nigga. I ain't never been in jail in my life, you hoe ass nigga.
You just said you
Pull
did
that up.
time, nigga. You
Pull
just said
that
you
up.
did time.
All right,
Hoe ass
hold
nigga.
on, guys. Hold on, guys. Let her pull that up, please.
Now pull up
Punk
Rico
ass
Cortez.
nigga.
Pull up
Okay,
Rico
go.
Cut them
Cortez.
dreads off, nigga. They
Will
running from
you
the front of
shut
your
up,
head, nigga.
man?
Cut them
God
fucking
damn, will you
dreads off.
shut the fuck up? Hey,
Dusty ass
listen.
prison
I'm gonna
pookie ass
leave
nigga.
this show if this
Fuck
bitch ass
out of
nigga
here.
can't shut up, man. If you don't
You
know how
want
to
to be
mute this
Tupac
nigga,
so
man.
bad.
If you don't know how to mute this nigga, man, I'm gonna leave out this show,
Man,
dog.
get the fuck out of
Real
here.
shit.
The numbers dropped when your
Listen,
came back. Didn't nobody want to hear your fucking lies.
Listen,
y'all need to
listen.
Nigga.
stop. Hold on.
Guys, can y'all
Both
listen,
of y'all
guys,
need to be
please.
quiet. Hold on, both
Yeah.
of y'all, because okay, I done pulled it up like he asked me to do.
Yeah, I'm finna drop down. I ain't mad, Genesis or Suge.
No,
I'm just finna drop down. No.
hold on.
Because I don't want to, because he pissed me off every 5 seconds and I don't want to keep calling him on his live. So I'm gonna just drop down. I'm still in the chat though. I'm gonna let this pussy keep lying.
Well, I don't want you to drop down. I don't want you to drop down. I just want everybody to kind of cool off a little bit because okay, he wants to prove who he says he is. I'm gonna give you a chance. You said that look up a website. Now, last time you said look. Be able to do
Okay, now-
government contract.
Okay, now stop.
Is that
And you'll see it.
This is incorrect how you guys how you have this.
Let him do like Legina. Just let him talk.
Goddamn, this nigga here just talk like a goddamn fraud.
Nigga, nobody want to hear this bullshit.
You sure you weren't born with a pussy?
You
sure
full
you
of
weren't born
shit,
with a
nigga.
pussy, man?
You full
Did you
of
have a
shit,
sex
nigga.
change?
You full of shit, nigga.
Did you have a sex
You
change
full of
anywhere in
shit,
your
nigga.
lifetime, bro?
You full of shit, nigga. Did you
What
go to
the-
Did you go to
did
your
you
daddy's
see that?
funeral? Did you go to your
see that?
daddy's funeral?
Oh,
Oh,
nope,
okay, that's
not
what
at
I
all.
thought.
Not at all.
Puss ass nigga, shut your ass up, dumbass nigga. You a
So,
jail nigga.
So do you see it yet? Do you see it, Genesis? When you scroll down, it'll show you out. It's on there somewhere.
Say public order and safety act. The industry is justice, public order and
Thank
safety.
you. Industry,
All right, then.
your service, what you provide.
So and we are.
Stupid. So when they look up your company, they know what you do.
Hold up,
You know
listen
what I
to
mean?
what she just said. Listen to
It
what she
does
just
say
said.
federal government, but this is that. But okay, but one thing I can say because I'm also a software engineer. is that you can add these things in there that if they capital F EDER.
NATO. I'm going to call him right now. What you talk about?
NATO is in position. It's a military entity. That's why these countries come together militarily. If you don't have a military, you cannot be a part of NATO. Right. That is a fact. You have to sign a charter. You have to be accepted by all the other NATO nation members in order to be a part of NATO. You are not a part of NATO. NATO ain't sanctioned nothing you did, so you can stop that lie. Because have you done any humanitarian missions for NATO? Did you go to Gaza Strip? Did you go to Africa? Did you go to Haiti? Did you go to Somalia? What did you do on behalf of NATO? Because you ain't went to war with nobody because you don't have they didn't protect you from being invaded by anybody. That is NATO's only purpose, is for a military alliance between countries against attack from enemies and foreign nations. That's it. If you don't have a military, there would be no reason for you to be a part of NATO. Because you don't have to be protected from invasion by nobody. Now, which one? South Korea has to be part of NATO because we're protecting them from North Korea. Now, where are you located? You're just in the United States, but you're your own country within the United States.
You asked me 9 questions, and you ain't shut up to hear not one answer to the first question.
Because I hate hearing lies, bro.
You don't know how to
tell me nothing.
What was your grade?
You can't tell me nothing. I'm a grown man and I'm educated, bro. I have more education than you. I have more life experience than you. And I know some of the people personally that you're talking about. That's why I keep telling you a lie. I don't have to name drop. I don't have to name drop. These people don't want to be in the spotlight. They tired of you saying shit. I know the people who you claim that you know. That's how I said I know for 100% fact that you are lying, bro. So don't sit here and try to act like I'm just mad or I'm jealous or I'm envious and I don't want you to get your story out. Bro, if you had any legitimacy at all to your story, I would be an advocate. I would be out here. I would be out here on your side, making up lies and misleading our culture, bro. And you teaching other people to do that shit.
I was just in Tennessee. The people love me. Only bitch ass niggas like you have shit to constantly keep talking about, nigga. You ain't got no standpoint on nothing. You just want to talk to hear yourself talking. I was just in Oakland, nigga, at the Black Panther Museum. Both of them, nigga, at the Black Panther
hotel, I was just with Malcolm X's daughter. I was just with that excellent Shabazz. I was just with wait, so what?
I got
how do you so what? Anybody can go to the Black Panther Museum and say,
ain't nobody fucking with me when it's clearly, nigga, that everybody fucking
who have you been on camera with that represents the Black Panther Party?
At the mayor's house,
who have you been on camera with and they solidified your story?
The mayor got raided.
Get your ass out of here. You a motherfucking lie. Don't nobody in the current or the new Black Panther Party fuck with you. New era Detroit Panthers gonna fuck with you.
Was you there standing in the mayor yard?
Because I know these people. Get the fuck out of here. You a liar. You a liar.
Anybody calls you to come help
you, a liar.
Have any state called you to come help them, nigga? Oakland called me to come help them, nigga. And when I got there, nigga, the next motherfucking day, the next 3 days after I got there, nigga, the feds ran and they shit after we went to they motherfucker to the
feds ran. The feds that wasn't still trying to kill you since birth. What was they trying to kill you for as a baby?
I'm there.
Because you was Huey's son.
Nigga, it's there.
Why was they trying to kill you as a baby?
Do other states call you to come and help?
Nigga, you delusional. You delusional, my nigga. You delusional. You too old, my nigga. You too old for that shit.
Or are you
too old for that shit?
Your house just helping your family?
Okay. Why don't you get any of these Black Panthers to come on and validate your story? How come you won't get no Black Panther to show their face on camera and validate your story? Because they won't. Nobody will put their reputation on the line and validate your story. You're a liar. Everybody affiliated knows you're a liar. You always got knuckleheads that's on social media that will believe anything. That will believe anything.
Put
Tasha
one
K
video
got
out
a.
where you talking to a real Panther member.
There's people that got
Put
1 million
video out where you
subscribers
talking
that
to a
got
real
taken to
Panther
court
member,
and sued for
Put
$4
a
million
video out
for
where you
lying and
talking to
still
a
got
real
1 million
Panther member.
subscribers. So shut
Put
the
a
fuck up.
video
Just because
out where you
people
talking
listen
to
to
a
you
real Panther
don't mean
member,
you
nigga.
telling the truth,
Put a
stupid.
video
People
out
will
where
listen
you
to
talking to a
anybody.
real Panther member,
Jaguar
nigga.
Wright is on
Put a video
this
out
internet
where you
every
talking
single
to a
day.
real Panther member, nigga.
Fuck out of
Put
here.
a video out where
Fuck
you
out of
talking
here.
to a real Panther member. I got several of them where I'm talking to real Panther
Several
members
of
in
them.
the flesh.
Several
On the
of
phone.
them.
Put a video out where you're talking
What
to
law
a
school you
real
go to, my
Panther
nigga?
member, nigga.
What
I
law
was
school you
actually
go
where the
to?
real Panthers are at, nigga.
What law
in
school
every
you go
tribe.
to, my nigga?
Put a video
What
out
law
where
school?
you deal with any fucking Panther.
Southern
Put a
University,
Law school.
video out.
Southern
You right?
Illinois
Law
University
school.
School of Law. So you went to school to Southern Illinois University School of Law in Bachelor Law and Legal Studies. in
That's a lie.
2019.
I already researched it. He doesn't have a law degree from any university in the United States of America. And if he does, produce it and call me a liar right now, and I'll never come back on the internet. I researched your funk ass. Pull up your graduation from a law school, Southern Illinois School of Law.
When you produce,
pull it up, bitch.
When you produce,
pull it up,
something that can
bitch.
prove me
You a
wrong,
lying
I
ass,
bring it
hoe
to the
ass
table.
nigga.
You ain't proved shit
Fuck
wrong
you,
today
nigga.
about
If
nothing
you
that I
can
done
prove
said.
it,
Not
shut
nothing,
me up
nigga.
right now.
Nothing.
Shut
You
me
did
up
a lot
right
of
now.
hollering and a
Pull
lot of
up your
talking
fucking
for free.
pull up your
You done did a
diploma
lot of
from the
hollering and a lot of
Illinois.
talking for free, nigga.
Get
You done
the
did a
fuck
lot
out
of
of here.
hollering
You's a
and a lot of
liar.
talking for free.
You's a liar. You's a liar,
So,
nigga.
so did you get it? Hold on,
He
question.
ain't got shit. I researched it.
Did
It's
you get
public
a
information.
Jordan?
He ain't
Did you
got
get-
shit. He never even went to that school.
He won't shut up long
Fuck
enough
out of
to be
here.
able to
That
talk,
nigga
Genesis.
is not. He don't have no college education. He never
won't
went
shut up long
nowhere.
enough, Genesis, for
Fuck
you
out
to
of here.
talk.
Prove me a lie then.
You
Because
prove
that
me a
ain't
lie.
that ain't Genesis
Prove me a
information.
lie.
You should have that at your house.
Prove me a
Show
lie.
us a high school diploma.
Prove me
Show
a
us a
lie.
motherfucking law school
Prove
degree.
me a lie and not with
Okay.
your mouth, brother.
Nigga, I
Prove
just
I'm
proved
not
you a lie.
Huey,
I
son.
said
all
I
right.
did research.
Not,
You did
not,
not graduate
son.
from no law school in.
Listen, prove
Both be quiet. Y'all both gotta calm down because we can't hear y'all. It's too much hollering.
in your feelings because every time something get proved to you, you try to find another avenue. Bitch ass nigga, I'm solid. I'm 100, nigga. I'm really out here with that. You take it for how you want to take it, nigga. You 60 years old, ain't did a motherfucking thing in your life, nigga. Ain't nobody rocking with you. Ain't nobody supporting you. Don't get mad, nigga, because I really got nuts, nigga. I don't spend my time on YouTube.
You got nuts, my nigga.
I don't spend my time on YouTube.
Why you ain't go back and do nothing to them niggas that blew 20 holes in your funk ass, nigga? And it wasn't 22, it was 12. Why you ain't do nothing to them?
What was 12?
Puss ass nigga.
What was 12?
Shut the fuck up. Because them
12?
niggas still breathing.
What was 12?
Nah, the niggas who shot you up, and they called your whole ass on the phone and told you they was gonna kill you. Didn't they?
Are you sure that they
Didn't they call you? Didn't they call you before they shot your ass up?
That they are
okay, they called your bitch ass and told you they was gonna shoot your funk ass up, and did, and they still alive. So shut the fuck up. You can't threaten me, nigga. If a nigga shot the fuck out of you and you ain't do nothing to them, you can't threaten me, nigga.
I was just in Louisiana.
You better be lucky you got that shit bag off.
I just was in Louisiana in 2020.
I know, but why you ain't do nothing to the niggas who shot the fuck out you though? Why you ain't do nothing to the niggas that shot the fuck out of you though?
Who said it?
Get your bitch ass out of here. Get your bitch ass out. Nigga, I did research. I told you. I know the people that you lying about, boy.
You saying what?
I know the people you lying about, boy.
You saying
what nothing done. Why you ain't do nothing to the niggas that shot you the fuck up? Because they called you and told your punk ass they was gonna shoot you up. They called you and told you they was gonna shoot your punk ass up and did. 2 days later. You bitch ass nigga.
You know, we're gonna be all the way in the yellow, Jen. We're gonna be all the way.
If you really want to get for the page just to put your punk ass on blast, you better leave me the fuck alone, nigga. Because I'm doing this shit for shits and grins.
I'm trying to give you the energy.
Okay, well, it's green light, nigga. I'm finna put. Hey, why you ain't do nothing to the niggas that shot you up? Why you ain't do nothing to the niggas that shot you up?
Are you gonna be? You ready to listen to the answer? Or you gonna keep asking?
You did something to the niggas that shot you?
Are you gonna hear the answer? Or
Okay, go ahead. What you do to
him? Question.
What you do to him?
Okay, so this is the answer to your question. Who said wasn't nothing done? Who said something was done?
Oh boy, please! I asked you, did you do something to him? Did you do something to him?
If I did, why
Did
would
you
I
say
be
something
stupid
to him?
enough
Did
to
you
tell
do something
on
to him?
here like a damn dummy?
Man, get your punk
You
ass
see,
out of
that's
here.
that COINTELPRO shit.
That's
right
why
there.
your ass left,
That's
because you
that
scared.
COINTELPRO
Because they was
shit
still
right
gonna
there.
touch your ass. Why was you in the hospital under a John Doe, my nigga, after they
you
shot
better
you up?
watch
Because you was
motherfuckers
scared
that
they
you
was
bring
gonna
on
come
your
finish
panel,
your
man.
funk ass
You
way.
better watch motherfuckers.
Why
that
was you
bring on
under
your
a John
panel,
Doe in
man.
the hospital
That's
after they
that
popped your
COINTEL
ass
shit,
up?
bro.
Because you knew they was
Why
gonna come finish the
who
job,
in
didn't
the
you?
right mind? Who
Didn't
in
you?
the right fucking
Why
mind
was you under
will
a
get on
John
any
Doe?
social media
How you think I know you
platform
was under
and
John
ask
Doe in
a
the hospital, my
motherfucker?
nigga?
Listen, let me show you something.
How
What
you know?
motherfucker
How
on
you
the
think
right
I know you
mind?
was under a John Doe alias when
What?
you was in the
Because I
hospital?
put it out.
Because they was gonna come finish your
in a
funk ass
documentary.
off.
I
That's
put it
why
out
you
in a
shut the fuck
documentary.
up and got the
I
fuck
put
out
it
of
out
there.
in a
That's when you
documentary.
start hollering that Huey P. Newton shit.
I
You
put it
wasn't
out
saying
in a
that shit then.
documentary.
Get the
I put
fuck
it
out of
out
here.
in a
Nigga, the only
documentary.
questions I ask you is ones I already know the answers to, you lying bitch ass nigga.
I put it out in a documentary for you to be able to see. Oh, bitch
Nigga,
ass
the
nigga.
AI
That's how you
voice,
seen it.
the AI
That's how
voice.
you
How
seen
come
it.
ain't no Panthers
That's how
narrated
you
about
seen
your
it.
story, nigga?
That's how you
Lying
seen
ass
it.
nigga.
Anything you
The
see,
Shreveport
nigga.
police said you was a fucking lunatic. You needed psych meds, nigga. They
What?
said you was a
Pull it
mental
up.
patient. That's
Pull it
why
up.
they didn't keep you
Pull it
locked
up.
up, because you're a
Pull it
mental
up.
fucking
Pull it
patient.
up, bitch.
Damn, I've been mute all this time. I'm sorry. I need to hear me anyway. I thought I was talking through the video, but obviously I was on mute and I ain't got no mouth. Don't forget that we're gonna do part 2 tomorrow with the evidence of the paperwork. Hopefully you guys enjoys this. Yes, baby. We don't play. Cap, 88888. Y'all know don't play with us, right? Y'all know don't play with us. Yeah, no, I don't have a mouse. So I can't click it. The damn dog done did something with my damn mouse. Damn dog. Right? But please make sure y'all tune in for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be only. I can't believe I was on mute all this time. This is crazy. But y'all didn't need to hear me anyway. Y'all heard him. That was enough, right? Y'all heard that shit. Yes, a bag. What's up, Mimi? What's up, A with the 24? Hey, Paula. I thought I said hi to all of you guys already. What's up, my DJ? Right? I wish Natural would have stayed in here. But she left. Hopefully she will catch the replay. Right. They better stop playing with us, god damn it. But anyway, I done took up a lot of y'all time. Tomorrow, we're gonna get to the paperwork. We're gonna get to the paperwork. I may start that early. Or if you can't get up early or the East Coast side, y'all can always play the rework. I thought I said hi to all of y'all. I'm totally sorry, but I was on mute and they would not let me back in because I don't have the mouse to click it. But we're gonna end this right. We're gonna end this, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. But we're gonna get to the paperwork tomorrow, right? We're gonna get to the paperwork and some more stuff. But you know what? Like I said, we ain't saying nothing. The video speak for itself. We ain't doing no false claims. We ain't messing up anybody's character. This is the character speaking for himself, right? This is the character speaking for himself. No defamation, no anything. This is him and alive. Him and alive, baby. We ain't say shit. We just asked questions, which he did not produce. You understand? This thing.
Style, a beacon of light, always makes us smile.
In the land of real, there's a love
I see y'all
that's
tomorrow.
true. Sugar love is her name, spreading sweetness too. Her voice like velvet, smooth as a summer breeze. A podcast, a soundtrack.
Made the pressure go up. See y'all tomorrow. Thank you, DJ. Hands up.
Podcast, the place where the stories unfold. News and entertainment with a touch so sweet. She's the heartbeat of the community's beat. She brings the news with flavor like a cup of hot tea. Uncovering stories, bringing light to what we see. With her infectious laughter, she uplifts every soul. Sugar love, she's the one who makes us feel whole. She's the one who makes us feel whole. In the land of real.